Yeah.
Yay! Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. So I just got into my classroom and I'm surprised at how nice and neat I left it. Like sometimes I forget, I'm like, I get so worried and I'm like, I really hope I don't have a mess when I walk into my classroom. I don't have a mess when I walked in this morning, so that was really, really nice. I have a meeting with the parent and my principal at 9 o'clock this morning, so I have to kind of jot down little scratch notes for my sub this morning. And yes, I need to figure out if I have a meeting today. I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't think I have one on day 4, which today is a day 4, so pretty sure I don't. I keep throwing my badge on the floor and I need to just put it on. I don't know why it's like I'm not wanting to put on my badge. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It was super rainy here all weekend. Actually yesterday it wasn't as rainy, so the boys, at least I got to get out just for a little bit yesterday afternoon and play outside on the trampoline, so that was nice. Oh, mommy's popcorn.
Don't worry, we'll do it super soft.
No! I'm being popcorn.
Don't worry, it's gonna be super soft.
Yeah.
It'll just be low jump.
Other than that, it's been a pretty lazy weekend. I have a 4.5 day week this week, kind of, with kids. So Friday is going to be half day for students and then half day for in-service. So I have in-service training for half the day on Friday. Right after that, I think we're going to head towards Philadelphia. We're going to go to the Natural History Museum for my son's birthday. That was just something that he really wanted to do for his birthday, so we said that we would do that. I have a few things that I need to cut out this morning that I did laminate. So I was gonna get started unpacking my bag. So this week, we've now finished up like our ouch unit, and this week we're doing, for the next 2 weeks, we're doing something a little different. So we're super excited about that, and I'm gonna set those up for the kids this morning. So awesome. These are so cool. I love these glasses. I got these at Walmart. They came in a pack of like 1 green, 1 orange, 1 pink, 1 black. So they came into a 4-pack and I think they were like 2 something, but I'm planning on using them every year. So invest now. Y'all, this is like the perfect time to be able to go out and buy, like, if you like to dress up with your class and do like those types of fun things, like this is the best time. And then right after Halloween, obviously, to go out and buy that kind of stuff, because there's like buttloads of it. Like you can find costumes, you can find gadgets everywhere right now. So definitely go and check those out. Okay, I'm gonna go check to see if I have a meeting or something this morning. Okay, so it is now my first break, so it's my lunch break, and I had hummus. Like my hummus jar is like starting to get low. I've been eating it since last week, because I eat a little bit of hummus every day. It's so good. I started pulling my small groups today and it went so well. Very, very surprised with how well everyone was doing with me pulling small groups. So basically what I did is we read Owl Moon, which was the book that I pulled into my writing mentor text last week. Well, we have a new mentor text this week, which is Fireflies, which is another phenomenal read. And I decided to pull that into my reading groups to just start kind of getting a feel of where everybody is and where everybody kind of needs to be. So we're focusing on summarizing, and the I can statements that I kind of came up with, and I don't even know where it is, like, to be able to show you guys. Like, so I have like probably 8 or something different statements. Well, one of the first statements was that they were going to be able to tell the characters in the setting. Pretty basic, pretty simple, nothing too big and crazy, but I wanted to give them the feel of what it's like to have a small group, then have an assignment right afterwards that they have to go and complete. So we talked about characters and setting, and we mainly discussed like how You don't just say, oh, there's a dad and there's a boy. Well, that's great, but I want to know more. Like, I want you to dig a little bit deeper into it. And what do you know about those characters? What can you infer about some of those characters? Taking the setting and not just looking at what the author is telling you, but then also inferring some things, and then also like taking things from the illustrations and being able to tell me all of that. So I modeled that using Owl Moon, and we kind of discussed some of it together. And then they have an actual article that I put into their Schoology account, so they had to take that over into Notability, where they created a T-chart at the very bottom with characters and setting, and then they're going to have to go back through and tell me, what do they know about the settings, what do they know about the characters, and we're going to discuss that whenever we come back tomorrow for it. So the idea in my head is all working. I don't know. Let's see how well it actually like flows into it. So it seemed to work out fairly well today. We continued going with our writing unit, and we're focusing on small moments. So we talked about having a really big idea and then focusing on that small moment. And that's what they did today. They just kind of brainstormed that today. We read our mentor text, discussed our mentor text, that kind of thing. And that was pretty much it. I had a meeting this morning, so I was actually kind of, what, like 15-20 minutes behind everything. So the feel of it wasn't the best today because I had my meeting. But anyways, other than that, it's going pretty well. I am going to continue working. I have to do some things on the computer and get some of those things together. My partner teacher and I ended up discussing how we want to send home monthly reports with our students, so that parents can have an idea of what it is that their child is doing in class, as far as like behavior, math, science, reading and writing. And so we're sending those home, and then we're going to keep those as like a record of us kind of giving some of that communication, because now everybody's kind of doing their own where they need to be as far as like, okay, so yes, so we're zooming in some of that small moments and talking about that, and that's kind of what we focused on today. And then I kind of went through and discussed about what is it like whenever we are independent writing, and what are my expectations with them, because some of them are thinking, oh, I'm independent writing, I could just jump into my writing prompt, no big deal, without going through the writing process. And I want them to understand, no, 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 you're gonna go through the writing process. Like, you have to go through all of those different steps. But yeah, overall pretty good day. I'm really excited about it. When they come back, we're gonna have win time. I'm gonna pull another small group, continue working. I have like 15 minutes, which is like really, really good. Oh, they have the book fair going on this week. So I went over there and I did buy a few books that I really did want to have. And I can show you guys those. So I got a few of the Who Was. So I have Who Was Washington Carver, What is the Declaration of Independence, Who Was Blackbeard, and then I also got a graphic novel, Bird and Squirrel on the Edge, which looked really funny and interesting. So I figured some of my boys would really like that too. And then I got a few of the I Survived, which this is like a packet. So I don't know, let's see. It's Harbor, which I think I actually have that one. Gettysburg, and then the Nazi invasion. So there was that one. And then I found this one, which Grace at Christmas was just like $1.99, which was a really good deal. But it looked like a very interesting and lovely story. So I don't know. I like it. So yeah, that's what I ended up getting. I have some other books. I'm going to do a book. Look at that. My stuff is falling. I'm going to do a book raffle, because some of my kiddos, I have like lots of new books. Like, these are all new books. The Humphrey book here, the Humphrey book there. Ghost is a new one. I'm holding on to these because these, I think, are going to be our, that's not the Global Read Aloud. Which one is this one? I can't even remember. But this one's going to be the One School, One Book that we're doing. So I have a few of those, and then some of these now that I'm going to put like as a raffle. Because I guarantee that they're all going to be probably fighting over it, hopefully. I mean, that's what I would want them to do, is, you know, want to have first dibs on the book. So I'll do a book raffle and then see who it is that gets that book first. Good morning, everyone. So I am getting all my stuff taken out. I thought I was gonna get a lot more done last night, and I did not get a lot more done last night.
No.
Popcorn, popcorn. What is that?
That's Daddy and Troy's sword. Look, this is not how you spell sword, people.
No, it is not.
They weren't so good at spelling.
Oh.
Troy's way worse. Troy's and Daddy is way worse.
Here we go. Get ready. No. It was so cold, and we have like the windows open in our house. And I had my little heated blanket, which I think the heated blanket is like not working all the way because it wasn't heating all the way. But I did have like a little bit of a warm spot like around my face and my hands and my arms, and that was like plenty to me. So it was so nice. It was like one of those times where you're just like, I don't want to get up, I just want to stay in bed in the cold. And so I am getting all of my things unpacked this morning. I'm gonna try to grade some of my DRAs. I still have a few left, not too many, so that's not bad. And then get ready for this morning. Can I just say how much I love my partner teacher? So I went to go and say good morning to her, and she goes, I have another idea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, her ideas. She's so much fun. And she goes, you're probably gonna kill me, but she goes, what if we had, like, just for fun, a house decorating, pumpkin decorating contest? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, we did the flags together, why not do... I'm super excited. So I think we're going to start planning to have like a pumpkin decorating contest. So we'll see how that all plans out. Maybe that could be like our version of our party, you know? Like, I know we don't do a lot of parties up in the upper grades, but that could very well be like our party. It's like it, I was liking it. So I'm gonna start getting to work planning on some of that too while I'm doing all this other stuff. I didn't eat my breakfast, so I brought a yogurt to eat it this morning. How many of you actually walk out of the house without eating breakfast? Pretty much a lot of the time, like for real. So I am working in my room this morning. We do not have an actual meeting that I'm going to. I think 4th grade is meeting for DRAs, like they're grading their DRAs, but I'm doing a lot of those at home and I'm pretty much almost done, so I'm not stressed out about it. I did want to show you guys what it was that I was doing, because this is something that I think I've shared. I think I shared this in a Periscope when I did, I think it was a Periscope. I'm not really sure. I know I shared it somewhere. And it's definitely on my blog, so you guys can go and check that out. Okay, so the kids are going to be coming in just a little bit. I am working on a few like paperwork tasks and getting some things graded that I need to get graded. Look at my hair, it looks a hot mess. Okay. It just was like... Okay, so I am getting a few things graded that I need to get graded, which is really nice. The kids are going to come in this morning and I have their morning message ready. Did I show you guys the little things that I did? I don't remember. So I had this phenomenal teacher that I internshiped for, and she actually was Ian's 3rd grade teacher, and she had something like this. I think hers were a little bit different. She did hers on sentence strips and she wrote them in cursive, which it still worked. But they come in and I just kind of did a get her done this AM, because I always tell them that they need to get her done. Unpack your things, check your folder, bathroom water, morning message, reflex, word study, and then if I ever have something else that I need them to do, I can just write it in here if it's just something that's different. So they'll have their morning message that they read in the morning here, then they're going to do this part, and then we have this right here. So today is Work Together Tuesday. Let's work together to make today terrific. What would you need from your classmates to make today great? So everything's done. I love the colors. It looks pretty. I have a happy birthday today, so I'm gonna get together her things so she'll have her happy birthday stuff. These are cards that I used for my, well, I was gonna use them. Oh, maybe I can use those one day. See how I'm just finding junk, y'all? I'm just getting stuff all over the place. Did I tell you guys what I did for their birthdays so they get little bookmarks, and I give them like a crayon, like colored pencils or crayons to go with it, and then they get a little card over here. Love. We put all these things inside here. Like people that vlog like all the time, like for real though, how in the world do they manage to do it? It drives me crazy. Like their life is like literally to carry around a camera. I don't feel like my life is like that. I mean, at times it is. Oh, sorry. I'm looking for my ribbon. Ugh. Oh, look at the little ghosts. I love it. Why am I not decorating right now? Go to plan B. But that's all right with me. Bam. Doesn't have to be extravagant. They'll appreciate it either way, hopefully. Ugh. It is the very, very end of the day. I had a fantastic day. It was another really productive day as far as just meeting with small groups. Everything went really well there. I have a lot of reading journals that I need to go through because yesterday I was not very proactive in getting some of those done. So I am sitting here and just looking through some of the books, and I can show you a couple of letters that they have written to me. I know some of you were asking, well, what is it that you have them write? How do they look? How are you using your reading response journals? So really the purpose of the reading response journals is that they're taking their reading is thinking sticky note. So as they're reading their book, they're jotting down their wonders, they're jotting down their questions and their predictions and any kind of connections that they're making to self, to book, to other, to the world, and they're writing those down in sticky notes. When they're ready to go and answer, to write their letter, they're taking those sticky notes, taking all their thoughts, and they're kind of creating their letter to tell me about what is happening, how they're feeling about the book, and anything that they kind of wanted to share out with me. So then I will go back, respond to them, and it sometimes does not have to be a really long response. So I will go back, respond to them, and then they would have to answer some type of a question that I have for them and, you know, respond back. So that just kind of is a never-ending cycle. And we're having just a conversation about books, because how often is it that we just don't get to talk about books and sit down with our kids, because we're having to meet with small groups, we're having to do this, we're having to have the conferences. So it's not very often that we get to just really sit down and talk to them about their books and what it is that they're reading and, you know, wondering and questions that they're having. So yes, this is why I'm doing that. So here it is. Here's one little girl, and she's really cute. Dear Mrs. Backman, my book is called Beezus and Ramona, and it's about two sisters that annoy each other a lot. So Ramona is the little sister and Beezus is the big sister, and Ramona is the impossible little sister to Beezus, but Ramona thinks that she is just a little sweet girl. So one time in the book, Beezus and Ramona go to the library. Ramona dressed up as a bunny, so when Beezus saw her, she told Mama to change. Then Ramona had a tantrum. So she's going into a whole bunch of detail just telling me about what's happening in the book. So she's did, I mean, it's a really great story how she kind of laid everything out. Sorry about my nails, they look horrific. So there's kind of one of them. Here's another. So 100 cupboards. Right now I am reading a great book. This book makes me want to read and read some more. The book is about a kid whose parents were taken, so he had to move in with his aunt and uncle and cousin every night on his wall. He heard noises but just thought they were animals outside. And then last thing is the author's style is awesome. I like how she kind of added in there that she likes how the author's style is awesome. But that may be something that I go back and ask questions about, like, why is this awesome? You know, what is it about the author's style that you really enjoy? Is it something that you maybe want to incorporate into your own writing, and how will you incorporate that? And then asking, like she says, it makes me want to read. Well, why does it make you want to read so much? Like, why are you enjoying it so much? And it could be just about that author's style that she really likes. But so that would be some type of a response that I would put for this sweet girl. So but yes, so there's quite a few of them that I have to get done, but no big deal. I feel like I have what I did, and to kind of like open it up for students, because not all students are going to want to do everything on the iPad, and that is totally their choice, and giving them that ability to have that choice is something that I really want to take into consideration. So I told them, and we have kind of our Schoology, which is where all of our class materials are and stuff. So we have our Schoology account, and I have a discussion board on there. And I said, okay, this is for reader response journals from this date to this date, and it's for our cycle that we have. So it was from the last week, the first day of the cycle last week, going on to the 6-day cycle, which is tomorrow. So it ends tomorrow. And I told them, I said, listen, you can totally, by all means, go onto Notability, type up your letter, and then copy it and paste it into the discussion board, and then I'll respond to it in the discussion board. Or you can choose to write it inside of a journal. If you choose to write it inside of a journal, you still have to go into the discussion board and just say, hi, Mrs. Backman, I wrote mine in my journal. That's it. Nothing super long, super sweet, to the point, whatever. Because then what I'm able to go and do is through the discussion board, I can see who has completed it and who hasn't completed it. So it makes it really, really easy. Because I try to get these back to them as quickly as possible. So yes, so that makes it pretty easy. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. My room is pretty clean. I'm actually very proud of them. Look how nice they left it today. But then I also got onto them because they didn't leave it very nice the other past few days. And I had to clean up after them. So I like it. They did a great job. And they're little color coordinators. Look at them with the glasses that we're using this week to zoom into our writing. They're so into color coordinating that they kind of put these up in little rows, which they did a really great job with too. So I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with that. So I am going to now do my whiteboard, which I actually have to look onto. I haven't written down my plans for next week, like as far as like in my planner. I haven't jotted them down yet. So I need to look on Plan Book and see what it is that I'm doing. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We got this Wednesday. Select a student from the list below. Don't pick your bestie. Write them a positive, encouraging message that will pump them up and get them ready for the day. Ooh, fun. Like, if you guys could see this right now, it looks really bad. Just throwing that out there. Okay, I'm gonna go get my other marker. I need the other marker. Okay, so my muscle looks really sad. It's really sad. It's not a very good muscle. Although I could probably, I could fix it a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, here's what it looks like. So it has, we got this Wednesday, and then it says select a student from the list, don't pick your bestie, write them a positive message that will pump them up and get them ready for the day. And then I just put all their names everywhere. So now I'm gonna go do my partner's room and get hers done, and then I'm gonna get ready to go. It's so funny that like there are moments where I feel like I can just walk into my room without using my badge at all. Like I forget that I can't get in without my badge. So I'm over there like tugging at my door, like, why can't I get in? Duh, can't get in because I don't have a badge. Okay, so I am done with my morning message. All that is finished. I pretty much have everything done. I only need to make sure that I have, what is it? Because we're only doing beginning, middle, and end tomorrow for writing, so that's going to be pretty much easy and simple to do. So I don't really have anything to do there. My reading, we're continuing with what we're doing. We're holding small groups. And everything else that I have to do, I pretty much just have to finish up my DRAs, figure out how to get those scores in, and plan for next week. The week before that. Week after that, I mean. So nice to like not have to sit there and clean up my room. It just drives me crazy when I have to do that. But yes, so my kids have been very good about helping me, especially when I get onto them. I'm like, help me clean out my room, and they all help me. Actually, I have a few of them. You know, you never fails. Like, you always have a few of those kids that just, they're all about wanting to help you, and they're so sweet. And some kids where you're like, hello, you gonna lend a helping hand here? You gonna lend a helping hand? I'm rambling. I'm sorry. That's the end of the day. I feel like it's way, it should be way further than just Tuesday. Like, I feel like it's almost Wednesday or Thursday. Like, I don't know. So we are now starting a fundraiser. Oh, I got one of these books. I need to take this home. I got this book from the library. I'm really excited about it. So we're starting a fundraiser, so that's pretty exciting. I do need to send out a message to my parents so that they are aware of what it is that's coming home, because I don't think half of them know what's happening right now. But I did get, look, from the fundraiser they gave me this little disco ball emoji, and then I switched the emoji with my partner teacher and I got the little alien emoji. Like, these kinds of things, like, kids eat this stuff up. They are so pumped and excited about it, and I love it so much. I just want to join in with them. So I like how a kid came up to me today and was like, hey, Mrs. Backman, it's starting on page 17. You see that? I'm like, dude, you're so right. It starts on page 17. I'm so sorry. It's missing some pages. So we may just use this as like paper to do like crafts or something, like a what do they call it, like a word where they can go in and find words and they can create some type of a sentence or another. So that's what we'll probably use for that book. Okay. So I had a couple of people ask me about my file thing, so let me show that to you really quick so that you can see it. So I have 2 copy, 2 cut, or 2 copy or cut. To file, requires attention, waiting, and then inbox. This was when I was in kindergarten, so now I need to figure out what to do for grading. I'm not really sure. I could, because I do have this little stand here that I used for iPads in kindergarten, since we didn't have one-to-one there, and I stored like the iPads here and the cords kind of just kept them in check. But since I don't have that, now I'm using them here, and I keep kind of some of my main binders here. So I could use this for grading, to be graded, and then to hand out as like my grading portion, and then just keep this as what it is. So these are all the different books that I've gotten that we are going to raffle off and figure out who's going to get to read what. So I'm really excited about this. Have you seen this Dog Man? It's another new one. Same guy that wrote, what is it called? Captain Underpants. It is a graphic novel. Graphic novels are popping up everywhere, but it looked interesting, so I did get that one. So yes, so that's what that is right there. But yes, that's really about it. I have nothing else to do today. I've caught up on some of the grading that I needed to catch up on, like for just word studies in general and that type of thing. So I don't have to worry about that. That needs to go to the office in the morning. Here's my time, my that. I need to turn my TV off. There you go. My light gets turned off here. And then I'm gonna finish packing up the rest of my little things that I have over here. My room looks really clean. I'm so impressed with my kids. They're awesome. Kids are awesome. Okay, I'm gonna finish packing up the rest of my things and then I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Okay. I have way too much stuff that I'm taking home. And chances are, I'm not even going to do anything with any of it. This is one big stinking bag. Like, look how big this thing is. It's huge. It's huge. Huge. Do you have any soda? Oh, I do. All right. Ugh. I'm heading out the door. Yes. Diet Coke. Diet Coke. Whoa. Hey. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go. It's so cute. They have like soccer over here in this field. Ooh, I am jamming. I'm gonna go pick up my little squirt, the little guy, and head home, hopefully to get some things done. Let's see. It's a good goal, guys. It's a good goal. Like, reach for the stars, right? That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to reach for the stars after I have a swig of Diet Coke, because it makes me feel better. Say bye, school.
Bye, too.
We go this way. Say hi, Susie. Say hi. I left my phone here. Say bye.
Bye.
Let me see the little ball. Oh, look how shiny in the light it is. What are you doing? Oh, don't touch that.
Don't touch him.
No, don't touch it.
Mommy?
I don't know.
What's it?
Look at that, he banged up his little nose. So I so strongly believe that, like, once you start having kids and you're like past 30, you lose all kinds of memory. I can't remember things at all. My phone was in like the most random spot in my classroom where I was just like, why would I have even set it down there? Found it. Now I'm gonna go home, hopefully get some work done. Who knows? It's 5:20. We've got to go. Bah. Nice. Good job, buddy.